And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith. Smith and Jigba with the ground. And some room to run now. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 50-yard line.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing again is Smith. Quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 1. Throwing now is Geno. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chance so good, he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they're looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Walker is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
They'll try and run Walker. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions here, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The Bengals at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home ground.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
11.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That is caught, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Seahawks.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Back to throw, Smith. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
12, 11 empty. Gotta go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
12.
Again, it's Mixon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come on, ready?
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Smith. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Smith. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
On 1, ready?
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 32 yards. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Here's the clip.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. So, well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Jones on the return. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Twelve.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking deep here for Chase. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never like get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Geno now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had them on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now it's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. Smith now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Smith on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing is Smith. He'll find Eskridge here complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Smith. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
11. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 70 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down. Now Joe Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll take this to the 46.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Smith's throw taken in by Landry. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Off of play action. Here's Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. From 19 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
Hey, we're good.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Flushed out right. He finds his running back, Mixon. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Second and 11. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the